What we're sitting here today and exploring with this mess on the table is a way or a method, if you will, to make a feedback system that's efficient, easy to use, and a practical application for feedback into gestating sows, especially or actually specifically in a large pen gestation system.
So the other reason we wanted to integrate this into our existing ESF systems is that it allows us to target individual animals in a very specific and methodical way. By using the ESF hardware that's already in the barns, we can program it so that only specific sows get the feedback applied. And I mean, that's how the barns are run currently. It saves time, it saves the way that the process is currently done from somebody having to go out and either have the animals apply it by hand or however they do it. This is a system that the animals are already familiar with and they're used to working with, walking through the alleyways, and it's just another part of the evolution and the progression of the ESF system.
The system basically will start with a component like this from Nedap. All of their components run on 24 volt. So this isn't the perfect one that would be used, but it looks exactly the same. An output would be used that drives a paint motor. The output that would be run here for whichever paint color we decide to interrupt will actually run through a box like this that we have set up. And what there will be in here essentially is a toggle selector to select between the painter or the feedback applicator. We'd also incorporate a primer button that would have to be incorporated just to prime the feedback. Fairly simple, basic system. We need some sort of box to make that possible. And then coming from this box, there would be a connection port that you'd be able to plug the feedback applicator in when you bring it to the site. So it's pretty basic, runs on 24 volt, which is why we actually have just a simplified 24 volt power supply here. We have it hooked in line right now because, and I guess this turned off, I already said it. What we do is we're actually monitoring, as we've been testing, we've been monitoring the amperage that this pump is actually drawing to make sure it stays within spec. This pump has a few specific requirements itself, so we did have to go find a 50 mesh screen to make sure that the pump itself doesn't get too much junk in it. Very basic right now, we just have it on a basic switch to test it out for pressure and then setting the amp draw. And that's basically what it looks like right now. Now we're running, we've got it set right now that we're running just over a quarter of an amp draw, even on the inrush. We feel that that should stay well within the parameters of the Nedap system. So basically this is where we're at. There's a couple more components that have to be figured out yet. There's the stainless steel frame that will mount it on the system. We have to construct the box yet with all the electrical components in it. And then there will be a simple stainless steel tube that will allow the application itself to drop right over where we need it to drop for the sows. So it's going to be a fairly basic system. You're seeing most of the components right here in front of you.